Hello, it's Mike Ogilvy here of X5 Accountants. I just want to draw your attention to something that is quite important, that especially if you're an owner-manager of a limited company. As we emerge from the pandemic, there's one section of the business community that has not had any support from the government. Don't know why. MPs are very much aware of it. The Chancellor Rishi Sunak seems to have ignored it. But those are the owner shareholders, director shareholders who've only have a minimum salary, and they reward themselves if they make a profit by issuing a dividend. Perfectly sensible, perfectly legitimate. But for some reason, some idiots out there think that that's tax avoidance. It's not at all. When we look at the impact, because dividends do not get tax relief, the impact actually of taking your low salary and a dividend if you make a profit is actually a very, very small saving of tax, but it just helps you to organize your affairs, and so you don't have to pay tax taking a salary needlessly this way. It just means you only take the dividend when you make a profit. But the issue is, if you carry on taking a dividend now in the pandemic when your income has dried up, are you in danger of taking an illegal dividend? So the point is, if you've got reserves and decent reserves carried forward, you haven't got a problem. But so many companies are running so lean and they're sort of hand to mouth that it's potentially, if they carry on taking a salary, taking a dividend rather than a salary, they could be creating themselves an illegal dividend situation. So it's important that you take advice about this. So our advice generally, I mean, we don't know whether there's going to be another pandemic, another peak. The chances are there are going to be more peaks. Whether or not we're going to get any more support, like furlough, etc., who knows? If we are going to get furlough schemes and we're going to get support from the government, then there's an argument maybe that directors should take more salary because they're going to get some pay. At the moment, they're getting diddly squat from the government. So there a lot of people are suffering. But so our general advice is still to carry on with this, but just please take advice, because you might be getting yourself in a situation where you don't have any reserves, you're carrying on taking a dividend, and you haven't looked at your current position. So you're going to have to convert that into either repaying that dividend that you've taken illegally, repaying it so you're creating an overdrawn direct current account, or you're going to have to cover it by salary. It's a really important point. It's an issue that the insolvency practitioners will go for you if the company does go bust. So some people have taken out bounce back loans, they've taken out CBILS, but they've taken the money for themselves. The question is, if they've taken the money and they haven't got the reserves, that either has to be taken as a salary or it has to be taken as a dividend. And if you haven't got the reserves or you haven't made the profit, you can't take a dividend. It's really a small, subtle point, but it's worth mentioning. So please, if you're not sure, phone us and take advice from us. Any of our team will be there, happy to help you. Okay, hope that helps. Bye for now.